All right, hey everybody, welcome to the first ever video cast. Welcome to the 2019 AAGLA season. AAGLA is going to go to new heights this year as we go from 9, maybe 10 members, possibly even 11. Last year was full of drama, and we've got plenty of evolution for the league this year. Some enhanced scoring systems, some improved trophies and shaming, lots of great things. I've got London here, our our clubhouse manager, because he's been involved in one of the biggest evolutions of the year, which is our newly unveiled world rankings. The problem that we had was we didn't know, year over year, if you start to add it all up, who's the best in the world right now, AAGLA wise. So I tasked London with this problem. He did some research, he took a look at it, and now we've got a solution. So London, why don't you start by telling us a little bit about how you approached this issue of defining who's number one?
Yeah, absolutely. First, I want to thank Commissioner for tasking me with the responsibility. It's heavy weight on my shoulders, but I felt I could take it on and really hopefully get us a better understanding of what the best AAGLA golfer will be here moving forward. So the first thought was just, how do the pros do it? How do they do it in the PGA? So took a look, did a little bit of research, and that's actually evolved quite a bit over the years. The main consensus was, though, that it's a point system based on the last 2 years of a golfer's placement in different tournaments that he's went in. So they structure it to where, depending on the level of event, easiest event of the year or championship, each event is worth a certain amount of points. So your championship's going to be worth 100 points or more. Your easiest event maybe 20 points. And then depending on your placement within the event, you get certain amount of points that are possible within the event. So for instance, a championship, just to make it easy, is a 100-point event. So if you get first place, you get 100 points. Mm-hmm. You get fifth place, depending on the percent, it might be 50%, you get 50 points. Mm-hmm.
What happens if you don't play?
And if you don't play, you get a zero. Which goes directly into your score still. Mm-hmm. So it's based off total number of events, placement within the events, and then the points available within those events. So then what you do is you kind of add up all your points you've scored, depending on your placements throughout the year, actually the last 2 years, and then you divide that by the number of events that you've participated in. Mm-hmm. That'll give you your average point total per event. And based on that, that's how we get our world rankings. Whoever's got the highest average is obviously doing the best and placing the best throughout the last couple of years. Whoever's got the lowest needs to do some work. Again, zeros if you don't play hurts you negatively. You're still divided by the same amount of events, but you're getting 0 points. So that's going to bring you down a lot. So that's kind of how we did it. We took a look at the last 2 years. Josh was able to do some formulas within the system, make it a little bit easier on ourselves. And I think we got a good system, and it's a rolling year. So as we continue to go and the events come unfolded, we'll enter it into the system, and it's ever evolving. That world ranking can change throughout the middle of the year or beginning of the next year. So
nice. All right, well let's unveil the rankings. Yeah, this is kind of like the college football playoff. It's kind of like unveiling the rankings, very similar. So let's start just like they do with the worst place. Let's start with ninth place of our current players. If anybody new joins the league this year, they'll obviously take this place because they'll have 0 total world ranking points. But who do we got in ninth?
So ninth place is a newer member of the AAGLA. Played only in 7 events, so just through last year. Hasn't got a win yet, but working on it. So we've got Rod Hager as our 9th overall world ranked golfer in the AAGLA this year.
Gotcha. Okay. Rod coming up. He's a guy on the come up.
He's got to come up. Right.
Always hard to get high in the world rankings with just 1 year under your belt.
Tough. Got a lot of seasoned vets in the AAGLA, so you've got a lot that you're going against. Yep. So,
all right, who's next? Who's 8?
With 8, we've got 8th place. Only 11 events played for this gentleman, but he does have an event championship under his belt. No other wins, but at least an event championship. So that's pretty good within the first 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. So number 8, we have Mark Judge.
Mr. Mark Judge. He's a host of our winter meetings, which just so happens to be today. Now, I think there's one other thing about Mr. Mark that's worth mentioning from his profile. Can you tell me what that is?
Yeah, so Mark, unfortunately, even with being 8th overall in the world ranking. He has unfortunately finished last the last couple of years. And as you guys know, within the AAGLA, if you finish last, you do have to wear a pink piece of apparel through the next season. So Mark had that through this last year. I think he wore a hat through this last year, which
nice
you can
visor.
notice in his profile pic up here. And we do have today a new piece of apparel for Mark that we'll be unveiling at our winter event today.
Got it. Good. All right, let's keep moving. Number 7.
Number 7 is actually me. A couple of major champions, event champions, and one actual world champion. But last couple of years, been a little down, but coming in at number 7 is me.
So let's talk about that for a second. So you were a world champion, but that was what, 2014?
2014.
2014. So like 3rd year, 4th year of the league. But that's gone now, right?
It's
so those 100 points are out
world rankings
because it's only the last 2 years. That's why you're closer on the bottom.
Out. It's all. We try to do this with the world rankings as 2 years is actually a long time, but as relative as we can for your consistency over the last couple of years. So.
Got it. All right, number 6.
Number 6, we have someone that's 26 events played, so getting a little bit more seasoned. 4 event championships and 2 majors. Hasn't got a world yet, but up and coming. He's right there usually at the top. We've got Ryan at number 6.
Yeah, he was my pick last year to win it all because I felt like he kind of went down on his handicap the year before. I thought he was going to come in blazing hot. Now I think he's got that new woman in his life. Mm-hmm. I think he got married not too long ago. So I think it might have hurt his golf game a little bit, but Ryan's somebody to watch out for. He could jump up those ranks.
Gets that focus on.
All right, who we got next?
Number 5 is actually a new up-and-comer. We've got 1 event championship under their belt. Only 13 events played, so only the last year and a half. But we've got BJ Neal at number 5.
BJ, as his profile says, one of the most feared men in the AAGLA because you don't know if he's hitting it out of bounds or 2 inches from the cup.
To the sky. Yeah. Pretty aggressive.
BJ's always a wild card.
Oh, yeah.
All right, who's next?
Number 4, we've got another somewhat up-and-comer, 1 event championship, 1 major, no worlds yet, but 14 events played. We've got Brett Cunningham.
Brett, 2 years under his belt, makes sense. He's in the top half of the rankings. Now, the thing about Brent is he's always there when the money's on the line. He's our first ever All-Star Game championship. Champion. He followed that up with a major win, I think, right after he won, or an event win. So Brett's somebody to watch out for once again coming through as he tries to make his climb.
Yeah, I think, honestly, if I'm going to say it, I think it's the chops. Chops are good.
The chops, he's got to bring back the chops.
Oof, it's awesome. Number 3, we've got a season bet here at number 3. We've got 44 events played, 3 event championships, 2 major, and 3, count them, 3 world championships. Handicap at times has hurt him a little bit through events, but at number 3,
Tom Brady?
Hayden.
Not Tom Brady. It's Hayden. Hayden. Okay. Yeah.
Hayden.
He's the GOAT, right?
He's the GOAT so far.
He's the GOAT.
He's got all the championships. He's got only platinum putter.
He's got 3 platinum putters because he's always had the best handicap when he's won the title. Those every other year. Now this is the first. He won it 2 years ago, right? So
I think so.
Years ago. When he stole it from John with the 15-stroke comeback at Otter.
15-stroke.
That was amazing.
That was legendary.
That was Tom Brady versus the Falcons. Hurts my heart to say it, but that was the 28-3 comeback. And so since that was 2 years ago, that's still bringing Hayden up to 3. But now Hayden's got that low handicap. He's got the new baby Ollie on the way. That's not on the way. That's here. Plenty here. So the rest of us, we kind of hope he gets distracted with Ollie. But
yes, and it's a big year for Hayden because, like you said, that championship near the end of the year is going to fall off. So he's going to need to get some more out of there. Number 2, we've got another one of our seasoned vets. 2 event championships, 2 majors, and 1 world champion. And also happy to announce 6-time, count it 6-time Commissioner of the Year. Mr. Josh Ingles, 44 events played, number 2 in the world rankings right now. Had a good couple of years the last couple of years.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I'm always the bridesmaid, never the bride, right? I got second last year in the championship. Thought I had a chance to come back. Didn't. I finished near the top a lot. I just don't win a lot. 44 events and only 5 total victories.
Yep.
Kind of weak.
Commissioner of the years under the belt, though. That's pretty good. Yep. So maybe this year.
All right, now that leaves one person left. Who we got at number 1 in the world rankings?
Number 1. A surprising gentleman coming out of nowhere. 4 event championships, 2 major, and 1 world champion. New to the league a little bit, only the last couple seasons, but we got John Gookin.
John Gookin. Man,
he number 1.
he's burst onto the scene. He's kind of pulled this Pat Mahomes type entrance to the scene. The league has we've started to adjust our rules because of John. We've gotten more stringent about handicaps. We've flexed how we do that because the way he plays the handicap system is it's unbelievable.
It's good.
And it's led to unprecedented success.
Yep.
And if he didn't have that one collapse at Otter 2 years ago, he'd have had 2 straight wins in his first 2 years.
Yeah.
So he's really close to that, but he didn't let it happen this last year.
He came out
took it
last
home,
year.
took it home, got that golden putter.
Yeah, I think the meltdown year, if we had a not top 10, he would have every 10 spots just from that one.
Right.
Just from that one.
That was a rough one.
But it was tough. I think we were all we weren't hoping that he'd lose, but it was a good train wreck to see.
And let's not forget that the last major of last year, John met us on hole 3 because he had forgotten about it.
It's true.
Proceeds to get somewhere decent place and avoids the big 9 points, which would have been 9 strokes off of his championship score in the scoring system from last year, and potentially would have made him miss the golden putter again. I might have had a second golden putter if he hadn't shown up in that event. So John, he's always bringing the drama.
He's always bringing drama. Everybody's committed.
He's like the Kardashian of the AAGLA. He's successful.
And
nobody knows how it happens, but it happens over and over. All right. Well, hey, I hope y'all enjoyed this first video cast. We're going to try to do some of these throughout the year, recapping the events. And check out the rest of the site. We've added the official rules to the AAGLA site, so get up there on the top navigation. You'll find those. We've also got the player profiles that'll stay up to date. And our historical tracking spreadsheet is all jazzed up, a bunch more efficient. I've got some fun formulas in there for the Excel nerds that you can check that out too. And hey, it's 2019. It's here. We're going to do these winter meetings. We'll see y'all later.